Hello. Welcome back to the pet room. I have another box here. Oh, it's funny. I thought it was a comic book box, but it says on it Carlton Cards Limited. It's a long box. Anyway, I don't know what all. This is sort of the hardware thing. And this is a joystick. This guy thinks that maybe somehow, I remember he was mentioning, he thought these, no battery, might be wireless. Might be. But I don't know, it's possible. But I suppose there would have to be some sort of receiver on the other end. But it does power, fire, left. I don't know. Never seen a wireless thing. It does have this wire that maybe is like an antenna thing. I don't know. I just don't know. We'll see. What else do we have? Oh, we have another identical joystick. Right controller. Left controller. Ah, control down. I will have to investigate. There could be more stuff here that is somehow involved. I see a cord. I see a thing. Okay. What is this? Oh, well, it looks like it goes with it. On, off, right controller, left controller. And it would also, I think, seems to have a power supply. Would take batteries. Thankfully, there's no batteries in it because it'd probably be ruined. Yeah. How's a power thing? Maybe there's a power supply. And it looks like two things. Maybe the idea is you plug this into something. I don't know what that something is. And you plug in the controllers, and somehow then you pull out the antenna, and they communicate. Well, it's possible. I'll have to investigate further. I will. Okay. Now, what is this thing? It's an Adaptec dual TV digital recorder. Really? Dual TV digital recorder. Interesting. Once again, this is something that is not Commodore related. It has an input. It has an input. Looks like it needs a power supply, needs a super VGA cable, needs things. Rudy! Maybe that's something that Rudy can strip, but mind you, you never know what else there is in this box. For example, here is a well-worn Epix fast load cartridge. Not very familiar with them. I mean, I am, but I haven't really used them. I have not. Here, what is this? Oh, I hate when people put sticky stuff that sticks. Which makes sense, I suppose. I don't like sticky stuff that sticks. Goo gun. Here, I think I have two cables here. I think. Oh, yeah. Look. It's a cable, a serial cable for a 1541 or 1571 or whatever. And here is an 8-pin video cable to connect your 64 or 128 or to a monitor. Always handy. I have some. I won't do anything with them yet. I will test them. Okay, what do we got here? There is something wrapped up. Ooh, it has an EEPROM. There it is. It's a little circuit board with an EEPROM. Oh, is there more stuff here? Oh. There's other chips here. I don't know what they are. Just a second here. Just trying to get a read on what this thing, what the EEPROM supposedly is. Yes. And the answer is, I have no clue, but I don't want to leave that EEPROM exposed out to the light very much, because of course they erase. But here are a couple of chips, and what are they? No clue. And what is this thing? This looks like the top of a socket, maybe, like for a chip? I don't know. Anyway, I will keep this wrapped up. I will set it here. By the way, you know how I get clutter? As I do things and then I don't sort of put them away right away. And then they linger. Linger, linger, linger. What is this? Oh. Aha. Here is an RTC 1541 Express. Now, RTC was Richfield Telecommunications. They made all kinds of cool things. They did, and I don't know that this was a big success. Certainly, it's nice to see it's intact in it. On here, look, there's the things here, and it says 6510 pin 28, U14 pin 15. So, when you're going to use this on your machine, you open the machine up, violating the Commodore warranty, and you clip these clips. See, you give them a little push. I don't know if you can see that well. You give them a little push, this little finger thing comes out, and there is the 1541 Express. I have never seen one in person. I do remember hearing about them, and knowing Peter Smith, who was the man at RTC, I suspect it's pretty okay. Mind you, I don't suspect it ever sold as well as Fastload. Speaking of RTC, look, it's a C-Link 2. It is. And what did a C-Link 2 do? Well, oh, and it also has little clips on it. The original ones didn't have clips, but then it came out. What does this say? Pin 28, U4. Pin, I guess it's the same kind of thing. Anyway, there it is. What was this great for? Absolutely wonderful for? If you ran a bulletin board, you really couldn't do a whole bunch for the 1541 disk drive. You really couldn't. Now, 71s, yeah, but this was like right when the 64 came out. So here's these people who are committed to Commodore, who have expensive disk drives, be it a 4040, an 8050, an 8250, an SFD 1001, a 9090, or 9060. And there are others that I don't know about. There were 8-inch ones and other things, or 2040 or 3040, whatever. And they want to use their existing drives, which cost them a boatload of money. And here is an interface. It's not the only interface that did this, but it was one of the first and the best. It hardly looks used. I mean, I guess I see a little wear on those connectors, but the rest not really. I think this thing here out the side was for printer. You'd have to get their cable for this, but this was the IEEE, which was the same as the IEEE that came off of the PET, which meant you could plug this in, hook it up inside, and away you could go and hook up massive, relatively speaking, amounts of storage to your Commodore 64. It was beautiful. Oh my. Okay. Oh, what else is in here? It's a BusCard II. It looks like it has seen a lot of life. It certainly is worn. It too needed, there was a wire that plugged on here that went somewhere inside. It did. And it too would give you IEEE and a printer port thing. And it had dip switches on the front, so you could pick what you wanted to do. And I don't know if this gave you basic, certainly. Oh, you know what? That's the other thing about the RTC Link. It gave you basic 4, which of course the PET had, but the 64 came with basic 2. There was a marketing reason in us making the 64. sort of not as good as the pet from the day out the door. Anyway, batteries included. Also, for a while, my brother worked at Batteries Included. And I knew another fellow who worked there. And funny, they spent an awful lot of time and energy building these dongles, which plugged in the cassette port that you had to have to run paperclip. And then there was the consultant, which was a database. And, oh, wait a second. Huh. It's another bus card. Oh, that's a bus card. Ha 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 ha. This is different. Sorry, I was not looking. This is a bus card. That was the first one. This is a BusCard II. This one does not look like it has seen so much torment and torture. It still has the thing where you have to plug the wire in. I don't see the wires. I don't know that I have had a original BusCard before. Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. What do we have in here? Oh, we have a book for the BusCard II. Isn't it lovely? All right, let's see. Oh my. Now, the fellow said there is a Commodore 64 in here. Oh, and he said it had been heavily modified. And indeed, it looks like it has been. Some modified. It has this thing screwed on the front of it with, what was that? Pass load. And it is dirty. It is dirty. It's a dirty 64. But it has this thing that is attached on the top with a whole lot of wires that go to the user port and switches. It does. Now, what did this do? I don't know. There's a whole bunch of wires here. Model is 112771, made in Canada. I've not had this open. It does have the screws